Hey guys, today on this episode, we will be discussing 5 shocking Hollywood scandals. Stick with us to the end of the video as we unravel the hilarious moments in court, all courtesy to Johnny Depp, as the opposing party's lawyer has been unable to escape his wit with regards to the defamation claim when Ben Rottenborn, the lawyer for Amber, has pressed Johnny Depp's buttons. The actor has not held back. As an actor, Johnny Depp has amassed a sizable fortune through a string of successes and missteps. The fact that he spent some of his money in supposedly excessive ways doesn't diminish his accomplishment. However, Johnny has been arguing that the charges made against him by his ex-girlfriend Amber Heard have put a toll on both his professional and personal lives. All of these heinous accusations have been denied by Johnny. Furthermore, he is currently suing for damage to his reputation. In his efforts to clear his record, though, Johnny hasn't always been the most respectful of those involved. There have been some insane punches from both sides, many of which have been referred to by the media. That doesn't mean the experience hasn't been interesting in a gloomy manner, of course. Indeed, Johnny Depp has managed to find a way to lighten the mood at this difficult period, whether or not he intends to. In front of the judge, jury, and the entire world, he's done this by jokingly challenging Amber Heard's lawyer, Ben Rottenborn, to a duel. Ben Rottenborn was getting ready to interrupt Johnny Depp when he came along, resulting in Depp's other side of wit. During the Johnny Depp-Amber Heard defamation trial, the legal expression "objection, Your Honor, hearsay" was frequently said. In the time that Johnny has been up there testifying, Ben Rottenborn has repeatedly interrupted him. His rationale was that Johnny was simply repeating information from people who weren't there, and hence the facts couldn't be corroborated or disputed. Legal teams that raised this objection have generally had their cases ruled in their favor. According to history, when Mr. Rottenborn intervened, Johnny appeared perplexed and irritated. As a result, he decided to try something new. Johnny took advantage of a few strategically placed pauses one day, giving Mr. Rottenborn the opportunity to interject. As soon as the lawyer took advantage of the chance, Johnny's furious facial expressions became viral. The funniest part is Johnny's expression when Mr. Rottenborn didn't object. Johnny made a point of pointing up the objections of the attorney. At one point, Johnny's lawyer intervened, saying, "Let me ask you a different question." Johnny chuckled as he said, "Yes, let's let him object to another one." Mr. Rottenborn repeated an intimate innuendo that Johnny requested. Depp's colorful words were on display throughout cross-examination, particularly because of the alarming and inappropriate nature of some of the things he wrote about and to Amber. There's little doubt that he's being criticized. Mr. Rottenborn was not spared, however, by Johnny's wit. Mr. Rottenborn has frequently asked Johnny, "Did I read that correctly?" Anytime he's read something he's supposedly written, it's a good way to accentuate some of Johnny's more frightening text messages or to throw him off his game. For Mr. Rottenborn is the one who is responsible. Johnny, on the other hand, seemed to be having a good time. Mr. Rottenborn repeated the reading of a particularly sexual passage in a text chain between Amber and Johnny in an attempt to emphasize on the possible violent angle. Instead, he sounded like he was reading a sleazy piece of literature. When Johnny prompted him to read it a third time, the gallery burst into laughter. The strange Paul Bettany question from Ben Rottenborn. The relationship between Johnny Depp and Paul Bettany has come up in the recent defamation trial, but Johnny Depp wasn't hesitant to ask Mr. Rottenborn a strange question directly. "What do you think of Paul Bettany? Is he a friend you've taken drugs with?" Johnny was interrupted by Mr. Rottenborn, who inquired quickly. "What an odd question," Johnny thought aloud. Ben Rottenborn was taught about serotonin and dopamine by Johnny Depp. Mr. Rottenborn began to probe, saying, "I won't give you anything to argue with me yet." Yet, Johnny cracked a grin. "Sorry." Mr. Rottenborn then asked Johnny if he had testified that he had ordered particular narcotics. Johnny, on the other hand, claims that these aren't the kinds of medicine that someone like him trying to kick an opiate habit would pick up. In the course of his explanation, He brought up dopamine and serotonin for the lawyer's consideration. Johnny's response to Mr. Rottenborn's interruption was, "I'm trying to teach you." The trial's best one-liners by Johnny. With just one line, Johnny Depp managed to burn Amber Heard's lawyer, Ben Rottenborn. This may not be well received by the jury, but it got a lot of attention on the internet. This includes Mr. Rottenborn stating that Johnny drank quite significantly at one point in time. "Were you there?" was Johnny's only comment when I asked him about it. A few moments later, when Mr. Rottenborn requested a specific paper from Johnny, the latter said sarcastically, "Yes, I'd want to know why I lied." He also inquired about drinking whiskey in the mornings with Mr. Rottenborn. "Isn't it always happy hour?" Johnny had a grin on his face. "No, I didn't put cocaine in that box," Mr. Rottenborn inquired yet again. Johnny made the room chuckle by saying, "No, but it seems like it could accommodate some cocaine. There's nothing straightforward about this case. When it comes to this contested matter, one thing is for sure, it's extremely convoluted. In the end, no party comes out on top, even if one is more culpable than the other. The jury will have to weigh in on this." Johnny, on the other hand, was absolutely correct and utterly scathing in his response to Mr. Rottenborn's question simplification. For Mr. Rottenborn, the answer to his query was an unambiguous yes or no. "This situation isn't easy, as you'd like it to be," Johnny Depp responds. Wow, hilarious. Well, what can we say? And there you have it, guys. Johnny Depp's hilarious roasts Amber Heard's lawyer. Don't fail to check back with us for the most recent news from the entertainment industry. And don't forget to leave a comment on this video's comment section. Right after adding your comment with your views on this story, I'll ask you to subscribe and please hit the notification bell right now.